Hey guys, I am back. I know it's been a while. For those of you who are just joining me right now, welcome to the channel. Thank you for and subscribe if you're interested in the readings today. And thank you for all the loyal subscribers and people that have stuck with me through all this chaos of the last couple of weeks. We made it through Hurricane Irma just fine. We were without power for about a week, a little over a week, and it was a transition, but things are getting better. They're getting back to normal. So the theme of this video today is recalibration. About 4 or 5 weeks ago, I went to a reader and I was telling her about how after the solar eclipse I felt a little bit strange, and I felt like things were kind of off track with the collective. And she told me that the collective is going through a recalibration right now, and it will last until the beginning of October. So this is making sense. It's playing out right now for a lot of us. If you've been feeling off since the eclipse, or even since after the eclipse, you've been feeling a little bit like your energy is not there, or you have too much energy at times and zero energy at others, this is a time of recalibration. Now, recalibration it's mostly something you hear when it's dealing with dials or numbers. It's when you're on a fixed, your numbers are on a fixed path, and then they go off a little bit off track, and then you have to kind of wind it back to normal, to what the normal setting is. And it's not like completely off track, because if that was the case, you would know. It's just a little bit off course. And it was funny because last night I was watching Apollo 13, and there was a scene where it's the movie where about the spaceship that had the explosion, and they were trying to get to the moon, and they had to turn around and come back. There was a scene where after the explosion they were knocked off course, and everyone was trying really hard to get them back on course so that they could return to Earth, because otherwise they would have been going in outer space, just tumbling around until all the astronauts died eventually of starvation or oxygen deprivation, because there wasn't enough oxygen for all of them to make it. If they had to wait any longer, they only had a small window of time to get back home. So they had to do this maneuver where they had to keep I think it was the Earth in the window. I don't think it was the moon, because the moon was behind them. They had to keep the Earth in the window. One of them was looking at it and was trying to keep the other guys updated that, okay, the Earth is still in the window. And the other two astronauts were pressing buttons, hitting things, dialing gears, doing all this other stuff to try to keep the spaceship on course. Because if they veered too far off course, they would never make it home. So that's what we're doing right now. We are on a fixed path. This is our spiritual path. And this is the path directly home to our twin and to union. So if we don't if we resist this recalibration, if we resist this, we're going to go off course, and union isn't going to happen for a really, really long time. So this is so important right now, just to kind of deal with these energies. Let things just slide off your back. Just let spirit do its work. Let spirit do what spirit needs to do. And all I can tell you is that right now, in this time, the worst is over. We're getting better. Our energy levels are coming up, and in October things are going to be better, and things will continue to improve. So I'm doing the regular tarot cards. I'm also using the Mermaids and Dolphins from Doreen Virtue, and I'm using the spirit messages from John Holland for today. The cards were really interesting. The first card that what I'm going to do is pull a card for you, the person watching, a card for your counterpart, and then a card for the collective energies. So the cards are definitely reflecting this recalibration and this stuff we're going through right now with this energy. For us, the card is the Four of Wands reversed, and the Four of Wands represents a home, or kind of, with the Four Wands, it kind of looks like a tent or like a little outdoor area where your family would gather under. Well, this has been shaken up. This storm that we just went through in Florida, it destroyed a lot of people's outdoor patios and gazebos, and fences, it ripped down fences, and this is what's going on with us spiritually. This energy has ripped down our fence. It is just taken it down, but the parts are still there. So we can pick them up and put them back together. But it's kind of leaving us a little bit miffed. Like, why did you do that? You know, that's what a lot of people around here are saying. Why, Irma? Why? Why did you do this? So this is what's going on. But it's not destroyed. This isn't tower. This isn't anything crazy. It's not an ending. It is just, we just got to pick up the pieces a little bit. And it's kind of left our sense of security here a little bit shaken. But that's okay, because we can rebuild, we will rebuild, and we'll put our lives back together. For our counterparts are also feeling this, and they're feeling it in the form of the Eight of Cups, which they're moving on, but they're leaving behind all the things that have fallen down. So they're saying, you know what, I don't want to take what I have here and rebuild it. I think I'm just going to move away from it, and I'm just going to go and move to another place. And the cups represent emotions. So right now your counterparts are not wanting to deal with the emotions of this stuff that they're dealing with. They kind of want to move away from it and just kind of focus on something else. So this is where we might be a little confused. And like, why aren't they communicating with us? Why aren't I hearing anything? Why aren't I feeling anything? Well, this is what's going on. They're trying to block anything unpleasant out right now, but they are still standing up, and they are still moving towards where they want to go. They're still standing up. They're not kneeling down. They're not giving up. They're just moving, and they're dealing with it in a different way than we are. We're sitting here putting our fences back together. They're just walking away from the fence. They're like, screw it. So the collective energy for both of us is the Five of Cups reversed, and this is where we are we're moving on from the loss, the physical loss, the emotional loss. Even though the physical storm happened here in Florida, I know people in Canada who felt it. I know people in Australia who felt it. They're all feeling what we're feeling, because all of us down here are putting that out there. It's energy. Everyone picks up on it. So this is a time for everybody to be getting over that feeling of loss and that feeling of sadness. And, you know, we will be back where we were. This is kind of a new normal for some of us. We will be back, and we will be stronger than ever. So it's not going to take much longer. It's just we have to give ourselves time to rebuild. So for the Mermaid and Dolphin card, I had two fall out for us. And the first one is Have Faith. And it says, your prayers are manifesting. Remain positive and follow your guidance. Have faith. That's it. This stuff is happening for us, and everything will work out the way that we want. And the second card is, you're being helped. Heaven is working behind the scenes to help you, even if you don't see results yet. So things are still happening for us. We're being helped. We're being assisted. Everything will be fine. We just have to let things happen the way they're happening. For our counterpart is watch your thoughts, and that goes with this. That goes with that. Don't avoid, if they need to avoid a little bit of things just to keep their sanity, that's fine. As long as they're not avoiding everything, because they're just going to keep being faced with the trauma again and again and again until they deal with it. But taking a step back, there's nothing wrong with that, in order to let yourself heal, and then you can process it. It says it's important to only think about what you desire, not what you fear. That's a big one. A lot of people right now are afraid. They're afraid of the next storm. They're afraid of what's going on politically. They're afraid of what's going on in the Middle East and in North Korea and everything else. Everyone is so afraid, and this is urging us to not live in fear, to not live in lack, to live in abundance. For the collective, the card is friendship. Make a date for a play day with one or more of your friends. And this is about having fun and keeping the energy light and not focusing on all this stuff that's going on around the world right now. For the spirit messages, for us, I got memories. And this is about remembering when things were good, remembering in past lives, remembering in the current life. Things will be good again. We're making memories right now. And every single time we breathe, we are making memories. So make good memories. Don't make bad memories. Don't focus on fear. Don't focus on what you're afraid of. For our counterparts, it's forgiveness. And this says, holding on to resentment and anger is preventing or even suffocating your spiritual growth. Resentment is one of the strongest and most damaging of human emotions. The act of forgiveness in its own right is equally incredibly powerful, and it has a capacity to heal and transform. So this is about forgiving. Forgiving yourself, forgiving your parents, forgiving your brothers and sisters, forgiving your friends, your exes, your boss, whoever hurt you. This is about forgiving them and moving on, and just not holding on to it. Because the more you hold on to the resentment, the more damage it's going to do. For the collective, it's seek. And this is a beautiful, beautiful purple card. And it says, the power of spirit exists in all things. Everything is made of energy, and every single thing in your physical world contains a fragment of spirit, including you. We are all one with spirit and always will be connected to one another. And that is so true. And we're feeling that. We feel it more when it's negative than when it's positive. So try to put more positive energy out there, and just send love to the world. Send love to Mother Earth and to everybody, to the whole collective, because we definitely need it. Well, I'm going to wrap this up here. I know it's weird doing a reading on a Monday, but nothing is normal anymore. This is a new normal, I guess. I am available for readings. If you're interested in a reading, you can go to my site. I have it in the description box, or you can email me if you have any questions about today's reading or anything else. You can email me. I also have that linked below. And once I'm back on track, I will let you guys know what my posting schedule will be. And now I'm going to go with that. So have a wonderful week. And to all of those who were affected by the hurricanes, you're in my prayers, you're in my thoughts. The earthquake in Mexico, all the natural disasters going on right now, you are in my thoughts, you're in my prayers. And I just hope for a quick recovery from all of that. And thank you for everyone for watching. Have a nice day.